Secrets or BS is where you tell us a fantastic story. We tell you whether or not you are lying to our faces or are telling the truth. The truth.
Is it secret? Yeah. Is it BS?
Is that good, buddy?
Oh! I could not possibly ask for a better opening video from the amazing Spearmint Nitrates. Holy cow, it has got to be Tuesday night, which means it is go time for Night Attack. Bringing you the best of the worst of the internet since, 2007-ish, give or take? Hello, beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood, live in Austin, Texas, joined by the Invisible Wife and my better half all the way in Oakland, California. Feels like we were hanging out just yesterday. Justin Robert Young, what's going on, buddy?
Probably because it was 2 days ago. Man, I'm doing a hell of a time. Take two. Hey, Brian, I'm here in Oakland. We're having take three.
It's going
Hey,
great.
Brian, what's going on? It's me, Justin. Remember take four. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Yo. Dude, I'll tell you what. First of all, this was a big collaborative thing. This was that audio that we heard for that opening segment was from our very own Stephen Cogswell. Put together that jam of Secrets or BS, which I don't know that Bonnie even remembers singing or saying any of that.
Oh gosh, I was wiped.
You were asleep.
Just wiped that day. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna say what was going on.
He gave
say it.
He gave the okay sign, people.
Yeah.
Okay, she was okay at singing.
Sometimes you just want to take a deep breath. You just want to think about how okay you are
It's like,
and how everything's fine.
hey, everybody, I've got 3 fingers up, and that's great for me.
Oh, you guys make me way cooler than I really am.
And not just someone who's exhausted from raising 3 girls.
Yeah. 3 fingers up for 3 girls. That's it. I'm okay.
And 1 spliff in your mouth. So what's, dude, this was a fantastic time. What a great weekend. I came out ostensibly just to hang out for Sketchfest, and Friday we goofed around, and then I guess Saturday it was the weirdest.
You got in Friday.
Yeah, I did.
You had a meeting,
Yeah.
so you went and did that. We did politics together, and then you went out and did your meeting. I screwed around and played Hearthstone on the stream. Next thing you know, you came back and we're like, hey, let's go show you our favorite wine bar, Bay Grape. Have a good time, go to sleep, because early in the morning, by early in the morning, I mean about noon, we had to go to work.
Well, and by the way, I did not realize that you had like a full-on hustling agenda printed out. Like I did not realize that. I assume you had a team of staff writers and like a
Yeah.
it felt to be honest, it felt a little bit like a surprise bachelor party or something, because you're like, hey man, we're gonna go over to Luca's and we're gonna have brunch. And then I walk up and it's like home of involuntary mimosas that you're forced to drink. And I'm like, oh, okay. They were just advertising their mimosas.
Yeah,
But
they just had mimosas, right? Listen, there was no, like, I just kind of had this thought, because you were in town. We were going to go see Harmontown that evening.
Yep.
That, what do you say? We just have ourselves an old-fashioned day drunk bender.
it was wonderful. We spent like 90 minutes at each place. We started at that one joint and had brunch. And again, this was not, you know, I'd like to think we matured in our older age as you know, past 30 and 40. You know, it's not about getting hammered and silly. It's about maintaining. It's a game of endurance.
Brian, if we were any more professional about this, we would have been in suits, ties, and carrying around briefcases.
Also,
like
we would have been live on the air doing Night Attack the entire time. That's the only way.
Also, we recorded nothing the entire weekend. Half the reason why you were there was so we would be there to record. So that didn't happen. We instead got day drunk all day, but like. We're ambitious drunks. It is safe to say that we are not shrinking violets. We are not couch potatoes. We did not just sit around. No, 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 no. We had plans.
Dude.
And executed them.
This is the best way to make $5 last all day long and be the life of the party everywhere you go is to each of you, you and a buddy, get $5 a piece. Statistically, it's possible that you might need more than 5. I say have 10 a piece just as a backup, but make $1 bets all day
Constantly.
long about everything. We'd bet on how much change people had in their pockets. We bet on what the first letter of the girl of the name of the first girl they kissed was. Like if it's amazing. You get to talk to anyone and they're suddenly invested because they want to know who won, who took the over and under on everything.
Oh, and by the way, you are immediately the bartender's best friend. Now, this works better during the day than it does at night because once night hits and they're actually trying to be like
Trying to
busy
work.
and stuff, like it gets a little bit more complicated. But during the day at brunch, you're sitting at the bar. Oh my God, you are the bartender's best friend.
Yeah, dude. And it was so we started off doing that. Did we go straight? Oh man, we left that bar. We
Yeah.
were walking by a convention center, and I was confused why Dragon Con people were everywhere. And it's like none of them were our people. But I feel like if we were gonna get recognized,
you can smell the demo.
yeah, right?
There was a demo to be had, for which I mean white males between the ages of 18 and 40. Like, that is our demo. And all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, what's up with this demo going on, guys?
So, all right, what's the guess? It turns out there was a convention going on. We thought, like, oh, our audience is here. They may not know us, but this is our audience. What do you suppose? What's your vote? We'll open it up to the chat room as well. Bonnie, what's your guess?
Man, what are they there? This is San Diego?
It's no. This is in Oakland.
In
At the
Oakland.
Oakland
And
Convention
they're
Center.
y'all's- Y'all's, but it'd be too easy to say a Comic-Con.
Yeah, no, it's also not HitlerCon, as people in the chat
nor
are
is it
suggesting.
NAMBLA or the Jared fan club.
Oh, come on,
or-
guys.
Wasn't Burning
Come
Man.
on.
No.
No, it wouldn't be that. It'd have to be something. It's not like a board game.
Someone
thing?
got it. Someone got it in the chat room.
Yeah, I've seen it in the chat. Somebody has gotten it.
Is there an anime convention going on? I mean,
That's
No,
the
but
thing
good
is,
guess.
if
Good guess.
if it was an anime convention, the demo would have been a lot younger, gayer, and more hot women. And that's
This is
empirical.
true.
That's not
And by more hot women, the existence of hot women.
Yeah,
Like there would have
yes.
been one.
There was not a single woman that we
Okay.
saw. Not a single woman. Everyone else looked like us.
But it was not
Yeah,
as-
no, it was not Ku Klux Klan. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Juggling? Juggling?
Oh, that's not bad. It wasn't juggling.
Okay.
Was it Juggalos?
No. There was
Not
no painted
juggalos,
faces.
No.
No. How about
Not many tattoos.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
No tattoos.
No tattoos?
I wanna
A
say-
Mormon thing?
I want to say
Mormon Con.
mini golf convention.
No. No. Okay. All right.
I think
I
the
just-
green balls really work the best.
No,
Yes.
you want to know what? We've seen it a couple times. Skrilla was the first person to get it. It was indeed a Magic the Gathering tournament.
What's funny is I said it wasn't a juggling
Wow.
convention, and I almost said it wasn't a magic convention, but then I realized it was a magic convention.
It was indeed a Magic convention.
Just the wrong kind of magic, right?
I was
So we're
thinking
walking by.
Hearthstone, but it's like old school Hearthstone.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. And then we definitely sat at the bar where they were all drinking and getting stuff to eat and just like haughtily played Hearthstone in front of them and said, "Oh,
was-
sorry guys, we brought our decks too."
It really was this weird quiet 30-minute break where it's like you and I had been putting on the extrovert show by gambling on who and what everyone was, using them as props, and it's like, now let's sit and just play on our phones.
gosh.
So, and we simmered in, and it I don't know, we blended in, but first we had a bit of an undercover operation. Justin, can you forward that audio file to Neshcom?
Oh, can I jump in here while that's happening?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, in my mind, there's like everybody's eagerly playing, and this one guy who's just so excited to be there is like handling his deck, and then he like trips and all his cards just splay out, and then you and Justin just look at each other and hold up your iPads and just wink. You're like,
Yeah, I feel like
this is where it's at.
I feel like we would be loudly pointing and harassing him. And it's so, and by the way, I'm sure there are some Magic the Gathering fans listening right now, to which I share my one Magic the Gathering fact, which was when I was in college, Magic the Gathering was just coming out, and I played with like black bordered alphas, and the one legendary card in the entire game is the Black Lotus, and I had a Black Lotus that I gave to my brother, who later sold it. He sold all his cards and made $500, and now a single Black Lotus goes for $10,000. That was like I was that asshole that gave away Superman #1. It was crazy.
I actually think
Bryce, you should have being sent to you right now a piece of audio, because while we were walking downtown in Oakland, the pinball pizza parlor that we were going to go to, because we're both adults.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that pinball joint was the jam. Playing that Game of Thrones where you got to pick whether you're the Lannisters, the Starks, the
it was rad. High Life in Oakland. Go check it out. But as we were waiting for that to open, I'm like, hey, Brian, you want to go on an undercover mission?
I was actually really nervous about this. And I was like, well, sure, we'll do it together. That'll be fun, because it's the two of us together, and we can encourage each other, and we'll be giggling because we're doing something. No, not the two of us together. No.
See here, Brian, what happened is I went to a local card game shop and I sold them 4 copies of the Contender. I would like to know, A, how many are left without taking the potentially embarrassing step of contacting them directly and
of showing up like, hi, remember me? I brought you in the hot new game that's blowing up all over the place. It's called
and they're
the
saying
Contender.
like, no one sniffed this piece of shit. In fact, can we get our money back? Like,
so instead you sent me in to go buy a coffee.
this is
well,
so
I wanted
adorable.
to know. So what would how would the reaction be if somebody went into Endgame? We'll give them a plug since we did an undercover sting operation.
Yeah, we're now a news organization. Da 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 da.
So Endgame in Oakland, which is downtown, it's amazing. They were nice enough to buy 4 games. They always support local creators. I love them. I sent Brian in, and I'm like, listen, just record. Just like wear a wire basically.
I'm wearing this warmy with a pocket just sticking out, a little iPhone action, and he's like, you were a little soft on the details about what I should ask for, and I wasn't sure if I was trying to be funny or to really evaluate whether or not.
This was not a bit. This was not a comedy bit. I wanted factual information. I needed to get 2 pieces of information out of that store without appearing in it. In this order. Number 1, how many are left? And number 2, if somebody just walks in and says, I want a party card game, how many other card games are they going to suggest before they get to the Contender?
Well, and by the way, I asked for, I think I was pretty clear, the way I remember it is that I was pretty clear that I was looking for a fun, funny party game that was politically themed.
Yes.
And so
which is like the definition of the game. Bryce, do you have the audio?
Yeah, let's listen to it.
Yes, for the record, what he pointed me to, what you're going to hear is a hardcore science fiction strategy game meant for 5 to 7 players.
Which is great and is also another local creator. But that
That's
game
amazing.
Coup does rule, yeah.
Okay, here it is.
Hey, boss. How's it going? I need a party game that is funny or fun.
Pause it.
This is so
Just
cute.
to remind you, we've been drinking for 3 hours.
I'm trying to pass as sober. If I can also get him to sell me the game, then it'll be a win.
Brian is rolling with it so hard because there's definitely I'm like, hey Brian, you want to be part of a sting operation? He's like, yeah, more hijinks. And I'm like, anyway, go alone. See you, buddy. I'll be in the bar.
Wait. This is brought to you by Hacking the System star Brian Brushwood.
Oh man, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be
Dude,
great? I should do it
you
again.
got blown up. Yeah.
I should do it again, but this time, the moment he sells it, I go, ha, I'm hacking the system's Brian Brushwood, and this is secretly recorded. And then just have him look at me like, all right, who?
Now I need you to sign this paper.
Yeah,
Right.
this release.
Right.
Politically themed. For how many people? I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 7-ish.
Okay.
That was me feeling bad that I didn't know how many players your game requires.
Sweet.
So first we're gonna head up front to our resistance area.
Resistance.
Yeah, that'll give you a little bit of
I was trying to mask my disappointment at this point.
So you've got the resistance here.
Uh-huh.
Then also Avalon and Ku. I think Ku plays the smallest number. So Ku will take you to 6, but this one will take you to 10.
Okay.
The only downside to that one
At
is
this
it's
point,
minimum of 5.
I am scanning all around looking for the contender anywhere in this store, and
So
I'm
at this
starting
point,
like,
you're just looking to tap out on oh, what, sir, what is that expertly designed box?
well, and I spent a good 10 minutes walking around trying to find it, and I didn't see it. Now, granted, it's a small compact box, and they had a lot of games, so it makes sense that I would miss it. But at some point, I'm vaguely suspecting, like, what if this is all planned just to get my stuff in the door? like what if there is no contender here, and I'm just gonna be the asshole asking for a game they don't have?
Yeah.
And also, like, you could tell you use the word political, right? Because it is a politically themed game, and he's showing you games where you politic.
Yes.
No. Which,
Factions.
fair. That is the mark of a good shopkeeper.
All right.
Yes.
Here it goes.
So this one is more strategy, or
I almost call it like a pseudo RPG.
Okay.
Where it's sort of like a kind of a cocktail party style game where you assume these roles, and you're a group of people trying to stage a coup. But one person's a traitor / spy.
Oh, right on.
So you
Meanwhile,
play
I'm
various
thinking of like Max
cards that you-
Temkin's Secret Hitler and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, this isn't what I want. Nobody's laughing during this game.
and complete your cell's goal. And then as the traitor, you want to foil that cell goal. But
So
not
yeah,
get
no,
found
Secret
out.
Hitler's
Okay.
very
So you're
similar to
striking
this.
that balance between playing that negative card, but also playing that good card to move it a subterfuge.
dude, this sounds good. I want something a little bit sort of dumber.
All right, pause. All right, this
Oh, did I hear what you just said?
okay. What I meant, listen, I was not at my smoothest at that moment. What I meant was, let's silly it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's dial down all this, machinations of somebody's the Grand Admiral and somebody else is the shady manufacturer. Like, let's just get something real simple out there.
That's what I was going for, and I'm glad you're not offended, Justin.
Oh, God, no.
Or something.
Contender. This one's a new one. I'm not entirely sure how it plays.
Pause. So you said this one's the contender. I'm not really sure how it plays, and what you're next gonna hear is 20 seconds of the two of us reading the back together.
Yeah.
And go.
Go ahead and skip ahead.
This is like
Skip
a
ahead few
politically
seconds.
themed kind of thing.
It is. So this is essentially like debate against humanity.
Okay.
Would be a good way to describe
By
it.
the
So you're gonna
way,
get a
I was very happy that was how they sold that. Like, that was part of the reason why I wanted you to go in, was just I'm curious. Because, I'm never going to get the experience unless, like Johnny Manziel in Las Vegas, I'm wearing a wig and fake mustache over top of my real mustache. I'm never going to get to walk into a shop that I've sold the game personally to, unless we blow up and be like, anyway, what's this contender game, right? Like, but I'm curious to know what it's sold like, and that was a great way to describe it.
Well, yeah, no. So he calls it debate against humanity, and then
with various quotes from actual campaigns.
Okay.
And what you're trying to do is finish that quote essentially for your own campaign.
Okay.
And generally in the most humorous, goofy way you possibly can.
So there's like Cards Against Humanity style. You select a winner, you vote for who's the best, or
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were reading the box. Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely I bought your game again, Justin. I'll buy it.
Well, here we go. And this is what made me extraordinarily happy is what comes right after this.
Take this. Done. Done and done.
That thing has been selling well.
Oh, yeah?
Expected it all. Yeah, local guy made it. Kind of came in, was like, "You want some?"
Dude, that's awesome. All right, pause. Was that your pitch? Were you the local guy that showed up and said, you want some?
Effectively, no. I rolled in and I was like, yo, dude, who wants to buy my game? I wasn't exactly, listen, man, it wasn't exactly the music man. Like, I don't exactly have my polished, like
you didn't have your monorail
OSB
song.
Closing sales technique down just yet.
Sure. No, but that was amazing. We went undercover. We ended up playing pinball games for a long time, and then we got on a boat. We decided to take the ferry across, and we were like, dude, you know what's rad is being on a ferry when you're the only ones there. Like there's pretty much, and they serve alcohol on the ferry.
Here, wait, real quick. Before we go into the rest of our adventures, can this just be? Let me just ask this for 1 week.
Sure.
If you are listening to me, and either you bought the contender, you haven't bought the contender, you ain't got no money, you live around or on your commute to work or school, there lies a game store. Just go ask if they carry the contender. Spoiler alert, they don't. Nobody does. But if we had a bunch of people go and ask for it, that immediately triggers the ability for us to sell wholesale in a gigantic way. It costs you nothing. Just walk into a game store and ask if they stock the contender.
All right, look.
Okay,
That's the actual benefit, is that it helps out Justin.
Wait.
Yes.
Here's the Brian Brushwood pitch.
Yeah.
It was electric and awesome to be undercover and do this. Everybody, do what Justin said. Help Justin out, but also record it. Everybody turn on your sound recorder app, and I want it to be as awkward as I was as you go undercover right here at a local game shop. Some people say the contender should be available everywhere. I tried to buy one myself. Here's how it went. Oh my God! If you speak as Stossel, you get a billion bonus points.
Can I just step in and say maybe check your wiretapping laws in your state? Just
don't do it if you're
see
Delaware.
about one-party
And also,
consent. Just
while
check,
we're on the
please.
topic, can we just say, screw Delaware?
Yeah.
Hey,
Also, make sure it's legal to do it. We don't know if that was legal, what we just did. That might have...
I believe California has a one-party consent law. Look up for
really? Awesome.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, if we get a really good one, I'll send somebody a politically incorrect deck. If we get some kind of proof that you went.
Ooh, and
California's
we're gonna-
wiretapping law is a two-party consent law.
which is why I got his consent.
Which
that
is
was
great.
a hilarious bit.
That's actually the
Tell me
end. We
about
didn't
that.
play
We
the end of
did.
the audio, but you definitely said, "Hey, I'm
Yes.
recording this. Can I use it to play this?"
and he says, yes, of course. He said, Diamond Club hopes you've enjoyed this program.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, you know what this reminds me of? Is when Brian was on the Tonight Show when we were very young. And then he goes out. He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Brian, I can't go out. I got work
Are you
in
talking
the
about?
morning."
Oh, Jesus.
And
When
then
we got back?
Yeah. And
Okay,
then
so after the first time I was on The Tonight Show, which, by the way, is my favorite sentence I ever get to say. After the first time I was on The Tonight Show, I wanted to go out and get recognized. And I did my hair up in the giant, ridiculous spiked do. I got Jason Murphy to go out with me
His
because you
wingman.
didn't want to go out.
I was like, "Oh, I."
We went to 3 bars, and on the second bar, I thought we had someone on the hook because I was just kind of just standing there looking around like, oh, well, I was on The Tonight Show last night, so surely somebody will recognize this guy. Ain't like there's 5 of us running around. And then this chick walks over, and she goes, and she locks eyes, and I start to smile, and she goes, "Excuse me, can I have this spot? Because it's right next to my friend. It's her birthday." And I was like, okay.
Yes, you may, ma'am.
And then eventually, the last of the 3 bars, there was a dude who locked eyes, and it was like Donald Sutherland in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. His eyes got as big as the planet, and he pointed, and he went, and then it was like, I'm the guy. You were on TV last night. And I was like, good enough for me.
Dude, that is a story about you being famous.
As I would like to point out, that was Bonnie. Bonnie sent me into that pit.
That was a story about Brian not being famous. Okay, can we be clear about it? Because it was just like it was. Just
Famous people don't have to go to 3 bars and.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's not even comparable because you have like this amazing Kickstarter for this game. So this was one
no. All right, here. So we're on the boat. We're on a boat. We're on a ferry. We're going across the bay from Oakland to San Francisco because we have tickets to Harmontown. And ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we have been drinking for what? 7 hours?
8 hours? Yeah, no. I guess 7 hours. 7 hours. We're supposed to rendezvous with Allie Gertz, NSFW alumnus and friend of the show. And I don't want to take full credit for how awesome her concept Rick and Morty album is, but we pretty much made it happen.
Supporters, right? Huge supporters of Allie and her amazing album, and so we're gonna meet her down there. We at the point that we get to Harmontown, which starts at 10 o'clock. We went out to brunch at noon.
Oh, it was before noon. It was still like it was not fake lunch. Or fake brunch at noon. It was actual brunch at like 11 or so. It was early enough that it felt weird to have that first beer. And it's now been 10 full hours of, again, disciplined, responsible plowing. Bonnie's not a fan.
And at that point, we get to the end of Harmontown. Spoiler alert, because I don't think it's in the podcast feed yet. But Dan Harmon, creator of Community, co-creator of Rick and Morty, star of the Harmontown podcast, is up on stage and pees himself in an adult diaper.
He pisses his pants live on stage.
Oh my
Pisses his pants live on stage.
We
At
drank.
which point, I can only think to myself, we win. We drank all day. All day we have been wasted. And we were not the ones to piss ourselves. Hooray!
Yeah. It was great, man. It was a good show. It was a great experience. But the real gem was the next morning.
Indeed. And you want to know what? Let's go ahead and let everybody know that patreon.com/Night Attack is where you can support the show.
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead, check it out.
1,651 of the baddest ass motherfuckers this side of Pluto. It depends. Well, I guess we're always on some side of Pluto. Are currently supporting the show. Why don't you join them? They're an awesome brigade. All you have to do is swear your allegiance to if there's a zombie uprising that we'll all go live in a giant hut together. That's the only thing. Oh, and you got to donate a little money.
Also, in the hut, where everyone's going to chip in for pizza. That's not optional. Everybody's got to give $1 for pizza in the hut during the zombie apocalypse.
I mean, it's messed up. It's messed up, but yes.
I mean, I don't know why it's messed up. I mean, like, again, if you were against the pizza tax, then you should have said it when we came up with the Constitution.
Well, and by the way, if you don't even know, if you're sitting there right now saying, what Constitution? I question your allegiance to Diamond Club. I question whether or not you really even belong in the hut. Maybe you should just wait outside with those demon hordes of ravenous zombies.
Well, I mean, if you're going to talk like that about our Constitution.
You know what? And by the way, I was talking to Susie the other day, and she was kind of down on she indicated that maybe you didn't care for something that one of us said or thought. And first I'm like, Susie, because right? But then I don't know. Then I started thinking, well, what if you really aren't on the same page as us?
I mean, number one, I think we can all agree, just between you, me, and the wall, that Susie's kind of a B.
She's a wicked. She is, but why would she say that about you? Is it because you're not? Oh, does Justin not get to say the B word? It's pretty good. Can we make that a thing now, where it's like only ladies get to say?
Only ladies get to say.
Are you reclaiming? Are you reclaiming the B word?
Yeah, I am. I'm taking it away from you.
Yeah,
you guys. What's our word?
Yeah. No. Also, I said B.itch, which is my hemorrhoidal cream. So take that. Number one. Number two, patreon.com/night attack is where you can go and support our show. Get the pre-show, get the after show. It's always a fun time. Brian, we go to brunch again.
Yeah, this time Allie Gertz is there. And first of all, Allie Gertz is a delight. Her concept album is wonderful. If you can throw up the video she did, she told us, and I don't think I'm talking out of class here, that she raised a substantial amount of money with the the Kickstarter for the Rick and Morty album. She said they blew all of it on this one music video.
On the music video, yeah, because she got like a real director, and they got awesome extras, and I think the dude from Steven Universe is, he plays the Morty character, she plays the Rick character. It's really, 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 really well done, and she does great in it. The point during brunch, when she mentions to us that there is a band, and we are not at liberty to say what band. But
I would say 70% of you guys are familiar with the band. I would say 30% of you could name a song from the band. But it's they are well known in geek circles. I know they've had a couple of like radio hits for sure.
Yes, they certainly, I think, have made a name for themselves. They've got a bit of a long career. So apparently, the lead singer of this band, Allie, has come upon his radar and DMs her and says, hey, can you just do us a favor and listen to this song? We're going to release it soon.
And the song is curiously titled Allie Gertz.
Indeed it is, Brian. And we get into the car. She plays for us the song by this band called Allie Gertz, in which the lead singer goes on and on about how much he has found his dream girl. Her name is Allie Gertz, and he'd like to go out with her, but he's too shy, so he'll write a song about it.
But, okay, well, and first of all, to go in order, to set the scene for all of us, because there's so many reasons. This is my favorite moment of my entire life, okay? First of all, Allie Gertz presents it to us like, hey, here's a crazy thing that happened. You know how sometimes rock artists will write a song that will fetishize someone and just say like, oh, he or she's so perfect, and it's a song about how perfect they are. Of course, it's a largely exaggerated version of who the person is, but it's a well-established trope.
Or even, like, beyond that, now there's a very popular trend of just naming songs after famous people and just having that be kind of a throwaway, right? So it's like, so if in this genre, they feel that Allie is kind of a rising star, and so they want to name a song, right? Or sometimes it's like, if you got a little bit more chill in your life, like you just like name it Allie Gertz, and it's just kind of a general, hey, here's a cool girl kind of like song, right? And it's just called Allie Gertz.
Like it's actually about your first girlfriend, but you can't possibly use her name, so you make it about Allie Gertz because she's famous and it's no big deal, right?
This song has zero chill.
So this song begins with basically the lead singer saying, hey, so anyway, I made a list of everything the perfect girl would have, and I ran a search on an algorithm, and it came up with one person, Allie Gertz. She's pretty much perfect.
It then kind of delves into the internal monologue of whether or not this lead singer is too old to date Allie Gertz.
This was the best part. So first he goes into the neurosis about whether or not it's inappropriate to introduce his infatuation by way of this song, and that he really shouldn't do that. But then he realizes mid-song that he's singing about Allie Gertz.
Indeed, not only has he already made the decision to write the song, he is now singing the song.
Right, and it's too late. And so when he hits that moment of like that end of the second act arc where it's like, oh, he's at his lowest moment, we have a special guest.
This is what they call in the music business the bridge.
That's right.
Right? Like, so now he is voicing his internal monologue on whether or not he's too old to date Allie Gertz, with the opposite end saying, "Oh, you are too old to date Allie Gertz," being voiced by Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking shows up. He's like, no, yeah, you're too old for Allie Gertz. And he's like, no! And he fights. He fights.
And defeats.
Okay, so, but the best part, now understand, this, all the vectors here. First of all, the song is amazing. It's a wonderful song.
Oh, no, it's real. Also, it's a great song. It's really good. And everyone will eventually get to listen to it. So it's like, I don't feel bad about telling this story, because unless it's just, it goes down in history and we never say what the band is like, then that's fine.
But the part that was so great was that the reason we're listening to it is because Allie Gertz has number one. She's like, so I'm trying to figure out, like, does he really want to go out? Yeah. So it's like on this meta level, she doesn't know how to take.
She's like, I don't really respond to hints well. And I'm like, lady, like, Kathy Bates in Misery had a more subtle delivery than this dude, you know, well, like.
Followed by your second question, which is like, okay, well, so is it going to be weird when I cover this song and it's me singing about my infatuation with myself? Because obviously I have to cover this song.
Which is great. And then she realizes, wait, this song hasn't been released. I could do the original version of this, and then they'd be covering me about a song about me wanting to fuck myself.
Which was the best moment of my life. It was so surreal. It was so great. Oh, my God.
So anyway, no, it's great. I really hope this song is released so everybody can hear about it. The one other note is that it is definitely a song in which the songwriter plays around with the concept, and I don't even know, man. I don't know if this songwriter's married or has a million kids or whatever. Like, who knows whether or not this is really this person really being into.
And to be honest, that's part of the attraction, is that we are projecting all kinds of crazy fantasies about what the backstory is.
Right?
Yeah.
But in a song that plays around with the concept of whether or not this person is too old to date Allie Gertz, the key rhyme of the chorus rhymes Allie Gertz's name with Fred Mertz from I Love Lucy.
It's which makes it all the more appropriate that Stephen Hawking would show up and say, dude, you just rhymed with Fred Mertz. You're clearly too old for Allie Gertz.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not AJ, nothing but a number, right? Whatever, whoever wants it, whatever, right? But at the same time, I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
All I know is, number one, the song is wonderful. It clearly came from a place of deep, deep appreciation from this band. It is hugely flattering to Allie Gertz that this band wrote this song, and I cannot wait for it to come out. It was utterly delicious to be two horseshit internet comedians sitting in a car during, and for all I know, maybe we were a little bit played by Allie Gertz, kind of underselling whether or not she really was undecided on whether or not this was hitting on her or not. But regardless,
played might be too strong a word. I think that there is probably a fair way to say that I think she wanted a voice outside of her own head to echo what she was probably thinking.
Yes, and that it was. But I'm just going to say, like, in her lifetime, there was a small window of uncertainty about what this moment, what the point of this song was. And we got a front row seat in her car as she drove us around to play it. And we parked and we just listened to this song. It was one of my favorite moments of 2016, for sure.
No, yeah, dude. All right there with the bullet, just already nailing it. All right, go ahead and check it out. Follow Allie Gertz on everything. Goertz is how you spell her name. She is the best.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Yo, man, I'll tell you what's the best is my new favorite tool from our friends over at the Google. Google secretly writing all the engines for all of our best games that we ever get to play. They put together a little hit called Name That Autocomplete. Actually, technically, they just, did autocompletes and we made a game up around it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They're back again with a little gem called Google Books Ingram Viewer, because they're great with names.
Yeah, you know, a big sexy name for a big sexy product. The Google Books Ngram Viewer. Brian, explain what this does, because you brought this to me and you were very excited about it.
Yeah, there was something that was talking about like what words were popular at what time. And Google Books, obviously, what they've done, and they're in a curious legal position because they've scanned bazillions of books, but they can't show the entire books because they're copyrighted, but they can show little bits of it under fair use, and all that stuff is being sorted out. But one thing you definitely can do is go to just search for Google Books Ngram Viewer, and you will get this beautiful graph of the last 200 years, from 1800 to now, or to the year 2000.
We actually found it could go to the 1600s.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
On select things,
So I mean, essentially all, I mean, as far as sample sizes go, it's a representative sample of pretty much everything people have been writing for 200 years, right? So, for example, right now we're seeing, if you do a search for Albert Einstein, Sherlock Holmes, and Frankenstein, you'll see that various characters have different peaks at different times. Sherlock Holmes has a big peak in books as far as being mentioned in around 1930 at his height. It dips down and it comes back and remains fairly strong all the way through the year 2000 after the 1970s. Albert Einstein, you know, it gets a little boost after he, you know, exists. And
this is actually very interesting, because it shows you that there have just been more books constantly being written, right? Like there's just been an exponential explosion in everybody writing books as it's become cheaper to do. So things like Frankenstein that were very, very popular in what was fiction, right? Now that anybody can write a Frankenstein story and put it on ebook, it just explodes.
Well, and keep in mind, it's not even a story about Frankenstein. It's just a written, published work in which the word Frankenstein appears. So as he becomes a cultural phenomenon and something that everybody knows, everybody references it. For example, one of my favorites was, do a search for, and you could put quotes around this, under the bus. Like the phrase thrown under the bus is, or I guess take out the quotes maybe. There was there we go. The phrase thrown under the bus did not exist before 1950, basically. And then, or in 1945, somebody used it, like, oh, you're throwing me under the bus. And then all of a sudden it got hugely popular, dipped down next to nothing in the 1970s, and then Under the Bus came back again. This is fascinating to me as a cultural milieu. Did I use that word right?
No.
Yeah, sure. Hey, let's just roll. So here we go. This is the game. You guys, Chat Realm has been feeding us phrases that peak at some point, right? Is that safe to say?
There's got to be, in the 200-year history from 1800 to 2000, there has to be some one year that it was the most popular.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're each gonna pick, or as the phrases are named, we're gonna pick the year, and then we'll do it Price is Right style. Right.
Although Price is Right, technically it's like as close without going over. I guess we'll just go whatever's closest.
We don't want to just both pick year one.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly. So we'll do whatever's closest. So all right, Bryce, you had Chat Realm put everything together. By the way, this doc is amazing. If you've never been a part of the pre-show extravaganza that is the self-assembling Voltron of the internet, like they've got animated GIFs to beat the band, everything's put together. This whole thing, they suggested all the words.
So one discrepancy, I think we had a little miscommunication. So actually, the chat room was finding the first use of the words, but we can do most popular use of the words on the fly if that's what you want.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, but I mean, I don't care, man. I just want to talk about crazy words.
Well,
I'm in for Inception.
Okay, cool. So here is the list.
And then maybe we could go for the bonus. The person who wins the face-off gets to
an extra point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Done.
So here's a list. We'll scroll through it, and I'll read some of these out. Swag, Peeps, Fiduciary, AIDS, Vape.
Hold on. Swag, Peeps, Fiduciary, AIDS is a freaking band name. All right, let's go with swag. All right. I'm gonna
all right. Well, here. So now we both get to guess.
Yeah.
The first year that swag made a literary debut, and then the winner of that gets to then try and pick the year.
Okay.
Most popular year.
I'm gonna say it starts in 1850. That's my guess. What's yours?
1972.
Bon?
Oh, when? When I'm gonna say in like 1960s. I'm with Justin on that kind of early.
Dude, swag has to be way early.
No, I think
You got me hard.
You working hard.
All right, so just to get everybody's votes one last time.
1850 is mine. Everyone else
1850.
is wrong.
I said 1972.
1972.
I'm saying 1960.
1960. All right.
Oh.
The originating year appears to be
Of swag?
1678.
Oh!
Damn!
Dude, look at that
Alright.
graph. Look at that graph.
So
You are the swag master.
Dude,
Wait,
all right.
wait,
First of
oh.
all, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to freak everyone out here, but 1850 was not a big year for swag, but 1825 was huge.
Wow. And they had a steep
Wow,
drop
and then
off.
it's 19. Wow, swag's on a down track.
Yeah. Dude, where swag's been underperforming.
now this ends in 2000, the year 2000.
The year 2000, yeah.
So-
yeah.
Oh shit!
No, yeah, I got to tell you, all right.
This is interesting.
All right, so there we go. So now, going forward,
One for me.
do we want to have the person who gets it then try to guess the most popular year? Or
Yeah, like let's say if you can get it within 25 years.
All right, that works. Okay, all right. So that's 1 point for me. What's the next word?
All right, we have peeps,
Peeps?
fiduciary, AIDS, vape.
All right,
we
you
have
get-
a lot
you-
that we
you-
have a lot.
Now keep
that we could go
in
for.
mind, peeps does mean looking, right? You had peeping Tom Laws, and the
Yeah, but no, this is the
present
word
tense.
peeps. So it unless it's like some old soup bone Irish cop, well, he had his peeps on her the whole time.
No.
Wax your ears.
You're using it as a noun. It should be a verb, right? The weirdo peeps through the window. I'm gonna say
Ah,
1920.
there we go.
1920.
All
1920.
Okay, Justin.
1819 is my pick.
1819, Bonnie.
Gosh, I keep being with Justin. I feel lame. I'm gonna pull Price of.
You're gonna go 1820.
No. I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna say 1775.
Oh wow.
Whoa. All
All
right.
right.
It appears that the oldest date found is 1847.
Oh,
Ah!
you nailed it, Justin.
Now,
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, now
See,
Justin, for the win,
Nice.
can you guess? What's its peak?
I will say that it was at its most popular. Peeps was at its most popular in 1910.
Looking at it.
Whoa, wow,
within
that's not bad
30
at all.
Years, you are. I'd say you're
Yeah,
correct.
show that on there, dude.
It looks like it peaks at about
18
1884.
Yes.
Dude,
Give it 30 years.
that's amazing.
Wow.
No, wait, oh crap! Wait, no, we were doing within 25 years, right?
Yeah, you
Sure.
said
1884.
1910. Oh, fart!
Oh my gosh, it's 9.
you were one off. All right, so we're tied up. That's 1-1.
If only you could peep
Oh
into the
no!
future.
Come on! Oh Jesus!
Sorry, bro. Call it drama. All right, what else we got?
All right, here are a few more words.
26 years. Pay me over.
Vape. Let's go with
Do
vape.
we want to go with vape?
Yeah,
All right.
because vape is going to be a weird one because I don't think vaping as a verb existed even in the year 2000. I don't think it would have been e-cigarettes or.
But
By the way,
vapor, I mean, maybe weird use of the word vapor.
I'm going to say vape hit its.
Hey,
I'm going to say I don't know, maybe like oh, I got the vapors. I'm going to go 1875. Oh, although Justin should go first because he won.
Yeah, I will go with 1701.
Nah, I'll go 1875.
Okay,
Bonnie?
Bonnie.
I don't think it's really going to show up. I'm going to say by accident, maybe as a typo. So I'm going to say
Crazy.
1920 as a typo.
You're crazy. with the as a typo multiplier. Damn, girl.
All right. Vape oldest sorry, take two. Oldest date found for vape is 1825. Brian.
Oh! So, and
How
so
many people were writing about this? One, it was a typo.
it doesn't matter.
Like Bonnie's doing her own prop bets for this game. Like she's just looking for prop action.
Now,
Sorry.
for a bonus point, Brian,
Yep.
when was vape's most popular year in literature? Understanding that cutoff is 2000.
1930.
1930, he says.
And
whoa!
holy
The
crap.
correct answer is
1830.
1831.
Ah!
Yes!
Dude, what happened in
Got you.
what
You got. Oh yeah, just 100 years.
what happened in 1831 when vape fever struck the nation and everybody needed to write about it?
Dude, you don't remember? Man. It was the President Vaperston who was like, "Hey, bro, I don't think this tobacco stuff is really bad for us, but I got this new thing. You put oil on a spoon and you heat it up, and then you inhale it. It's called vaping." And they said, "Well, that's great. Let's freebase crack." And he said, "Okay."
Oh my god.
All right, next.
All right.
Next.
1930 was the first vape con.
We're gonna skip down the list a little bit to keep it fresh, as Subway might say. We got Skidoo, Brushwood, Boner, Doobie, Taint
Hold on.
Hunch.
I guess since I won, I'll pick. Palpatine.
Palpatine is on
Oh
here.
my
Jury,
goodness.
Snoodle, Dick, Dildo.
Wait, let's go with dildo. I'll take dildo, Alex.
All right. Since
too.
Brian got the point, Justin.
Wait, no, I think. Oh, wait.
Oh, he gets to go.
Okay.
He
I
gets
get to go first. Yeah, 1964. No,
1960
wait. I'm sorry. For the first appearance,
First appearance.
1946. is what I meant.
Oh,
1946.
dude, no. This is definitely there was some Victorian London, like when the dildo has placed into the receptacle, like there's some different meaning for dildo.
But
dildo.
hold on. Our official Catholic priest of Chat Realm, Padre SJ, says, Schwood, no. Dildo was in the New Testament. It's way old. Sermon on the Mount.
what?
And Jesus saith unto ye,
What?
don't be a dildo.
It
That's
was
from a priest, so you know it's for real.
Yeah.
Bonnie, the
The
voice of
meek
cautious
shall inherit
offense.
the earth, but first they will envelop a dildo.
All right, so Brian says
Let's
1946.
go ahead and say that this one first appears in 1701.
1701. Bonnie, when do you think dildo first appeared
I don't
in
know.
literature?
I'm just wondering how God comes down on dildos. Like, how does that work?
I'm sure he's okay with that.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
I
Because
mean,
it doesn't really break, like,
Wait, how does God come down on dildos?
Yeah, like,
Very,
is it
very
well
gracefully.
lubricated and patiently. That's as one should.
Because love is patient, love is kind.
You wrote it in the Bible, for crying out loud.
right, okay. Woo! All right.
Give us a number, Bonnie.
God, this is.
It's a great game. I'm a
great
genius. I'm
game.
awesome for
I
inventing it. Let's go.
I'm really
Go,
bad at
go,
it. I'm
go,
going to say
go.
1725.
1725.
Bonnie, you're killing me.
She keeps TPIRing you.
All right, it looks like the oldest. Whoa, we might have to get a cat. No, we won't. The oldest reference to dildo is 1738.
Oh, Bonnie!
All right, for the bonus multiplier, Bon.
Husband woman.
So for a bonus point, Bonnie, what year was dildo the most popular word in literature?
I'm going to say it was the same time that, like, Mary Kay was, which is, like, 1980.
All right. Bonnie says 1980. Is she right? Oh, man. Within 25 years. It looks like in 2000.
Dildo is having its white hot heat moment in 1999. Apparently, we're all obsessed with whether or not they were Y2K compliant.
Wait, so she gets it,
So
right?
she gets
Yeah,
the-
she
the
does.
bonus
She does.
point.
Bonus points. Well
First
done,
person to
man.
nail it.
I
What
should
we
have
like to call the double-ended dildo points.
Justin, that's on me. I should have known better than to try to compete against Bonnie.
I should know. No, Bonnie. No, I'm gonna go ahead and just snipe Bonnie's answers.
No, I mean, I think this is one that I might know a little something about.
Oh, brag about it, sister.
All right, Bonnie, since you won that point, you get to pick our next
Oh,
word.
I can't believe it. Okay.
So we've got boobies,
Go
bunghole,
bunghole. Go
Google,
bunghole.
ninny,
No.
bikey,
Space elevator.
Space elevator.
Oh, that's good. Man, these are great.
blowjob, kuhan, teledildonics.
Rape?
Oh,
Jeez.
I was gonna skip over
my
that one.
word.
I like the idea of ninny.
Of ninny.
Ninny.
Interesting. All right,
Ninny.
Bonnie, what do you think was the first recorded use of the word ninny?
Ooh.
And
it
not
sounds-
what ninny stands for in the circle. The actual literal ninny.
I'm thinking it sounds like a sick. Ooh.
Don't look at me, girl.
I'm going to
playing
say it's
against
one
you.
of those 1800 words. No, I'm going to say it's like 1795.
Oh, that's great. That's good.
1795.
1796.
1797. Eat shit, assholes.
Oh, I got boxed in. Unless I hit it exactly.
And then I have to give you $100. All right. The earliest recorded use of the word ninny,
1796.
1617.
Oh, shit.
So that goes to Bonnie.
All right.
16. What did they say?
Now, Bonnie.
Yes.
For a bonus point,
Okay.
what was the most popular year for the word ninny?
1960.
1960, she says. Let's take a look. Oh no, it is
Holy
clearly
shit. There's
1618.
1620 that people went nuts for the word ninny.
Wait, how many books were written with it? Like, break this down for me.
I don't have that power, Bonnie. This is like
Well, regardless, it looks like even
I
if
can
that
maybe-
first thing is an
can
artifact, 1900s.
yeah, you
is
can clearly
definitely-
see even when we unsmooth it a little bit. It's the 1628.
Wow, ninny fever gripping the literary world.
1900 is still
Wow.
like less than or more than 25 years away. So no bonus points.
So
For you.
that's
Apparently, yeah, that was the only book written. Was just the ninny adventures of Ninny and Ninny person.
Right. Like, if it's a sample size of like 3 and you're one book that mentions it, I guess it like skews the graph.
All right, I feel like this is I'm eliminated now. I think it's just Bonnie versus Brian here for
No, that
the
can't
big.
be.
All right, you got to pick. You got to pick.
It's
All right.
not, you
Look,
want
we'll-
more than
look,
that.
we
No,
can
you
play-
want to know what? I'm gonna pick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick,
Okay.
and you guys
Oh,
have
that's
to
a good
guess
idea.
it.
so we're going
We
from
got
the bottom.
grapefruit.
We're gonna go with Skank.
Skank.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting one. I want to see how you guys approach Skank.
All right, Bonnie.
Skank.
You won, so you go
Hey.
first.
No, actually, you want to know what? I need you to write it down.
Yeah, lock him in. You gotta lock him in.
That
You
involves.
lock it in,
You can use
and
your
Bonnie,
phone.
you don't have to lock it in. Just whisper it to Bryce or.
All right. Let me see. There you
go.
Skank is the word.
Skank.
Got it.
What
got it.
what,
I
what
got-
was your thought process behind picking Skank, Justin?
Well, it's got a lot of different terms,
Mm-hmm.
and it also is one of those things that you don't know whether or not, it means what it did today, what it would have yesterday.
Now, do you have your own guess, even though you're not exact? Well, I mean, technically, you could tie for first place if no one else.
I
could,
would
but-
like for Bonnie to lock hers in.
Okay.
Okay, I got it locked
You're
in.
done getting sniped
I-
by
I
that
did.
skank.
There you go.
Oh, interesting. All right. Do you want to put yours in? Do you want to lock it in just to play it?
No,
Justin?
no. Read theirs,
Okay.
and then I'll.
So
critique.
Brian locked in 1860.
Okay.
Bonnie locked in 1613.
Mm. I would be closer to Brian than to Bonnie, although I appreciate Bonnie's strategy of just settling everything in the pre-Revolutionary War era.
Everything in the, like, when were books invented? Yeah, that's when that word happened.
That's when skank
All
started.
of a sudden, I was like, I hope people are writing then. I mean, like, maybe I don't know.
When was Gutenberg born?
All right.
Jackie Hearn, man, this is the most informative episode of Night Attack ever, as everybody is just running through like Jackie Hearn. Wait, isn't a skank a lizard?
Yeah,
no,
no,
think of a skink.
Oh, is it a skink?
A skink.
Oh, I
A
thought it,
skank is not the past tense of a skink.
However, a skank is also a guitar, a dance, a band, an album, a magazine, and a puppet from the Ben Stiller Show.
yeah, but all of those are all very 20th century terms. All right, Bryce, who moves on to the bonus round?
the person going to the bonus round will be, Brian Brushwood, who needs to 1878. Now, that's only 1 point. That ties you 3-3.
Okay, it
Now
definitely 19. Hold on, I'm gonna game theory this because my real answer is 1999 is the most popular thing, but because I have 25.
That skank has never been more popular than it was at the end of this most recent century.
To play it safe, I'm gonna say 1975. That way, I get from 1950 all the way up to 2000. Right? Okay.
Very, very good game theory. The most popular year for skank. Here it is.
King of the Skanks! King of the Skanks! Everybody knows me, King of the Skanks!
Oh, Brian.
Sorry. Don't tell the children.
I know. I'm like, you got a lot of girls in your household. I really wish you hadn't said that.
Yeah. There's like a little dip in 1998.
That was
and
like
then it dips back up.
That was like the guilt
1999.
refractory period of when everyone felt terrible.
There you go, Brian. I think you should skank in celebration.
Dude, that's why you had those skank bands. Isn't that what they were called? They like shortened it to ska because they didn't want to put the NK at the end because it stood for North Korea, and we didn't even like North Korea back then.
Oh my gosh, you look like a Muppet.
Yeah, that's how I do.
Watch out.
Wait, do you know? All right, so are you familiar with like what the ska skanking like if I were just to like randomly just be like, hey Brian, skank right now, go.
Well, I don't know about skank right now go means, but I know that Real Big Fish, you were playing the song Sell Out, which the ska band phenomenon was a late 90s phenomenon.
Sure.
Is there some secret link to ska band?
No, there's just a specific kinds of like dancing.
Oh shit! No,
sort of-
I definitely don't know any dances associated with ska.
No, because the skank is a dance.
I see.
It is.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I wouldn't have known that. If to be honest, if you had told me to Brian perform the dance skank and there's $1 million on the line, I would have pulled out my dick. Like, there's no doubt. If there's $1 million
So
on
there
the
we go,
line.
Brian. That is skanking, the last great dance invented by white people. And boy, does it look like it.
Jesus.
I mean, you could have given it
God.
a real college
Wait.
try and gotten this right.
Wait.
I mean,
This is
first
like-
of all, I'm gonna submit to the jury that that's pretty much what I was doing without even
No,
trying.
that's why I was curious. I didn't know whether or not you were good at it or you were literally just guessing, which is remarkably similar to what skanking really is.
That's amazing. No, that's the dance I was born to do. Apparently, I was born to ska.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now, if only on Dance On they had said do a
Skank.
Then you
Dude,
could've-
I definitely would have pulled out my dick. I would have been off the show.
By the way, a lot of judgy skanks here in the chat room. We're just pooping on that guy's effort.
Leave this guy alone. Apparently he is skanking UK style.
Yeah, dude.
So there might be a little different.
Which, for the record, I came from mostly England, so let's just wedge this in and pretend it was on purpose. Dude, are we calling the game or are we doing one more
won,
final
dude.
round?
What do you-
I think Brian, you win. You are King Skank, and at your left hand is Queen Dildo.
Oh my god. Thank
King
you.
Skank and what did you say? What dildo?
Queen Dildo.
Queen
King
Dildo.
Skank.
King
and Queen
Skank
Dildo.
and Queen Dildo.
The
Good.
first of their names.
Hey man, look, a lot of people want to promote a lot of things, and they make up our rad community called Chat Realm, and that's why we encourage you guys to head on over to diamondclub.reddit.com, and you'll notice a little sticky post right up at the top called Weekly Diamond Time Submissions for each week, where we get to shout out your projects. The top 3, of course, make it right here into this moment that I'm talking about right now, and some of these, like I got emails today, and again, God love them, Justin. Those people who write us directly asking if we can do something about their projects, and then we're like, hey, why don't you go?
We got a whole part of the show here, people. We carved it out every week because as a community show, when we went independent, we're like, listen, there is nothing more important to us than the lifeblood of our Diamond Club community. We live at their largesse. We need to make sure that we carve out a time. But apparently, there's like some people are like, hey, listen, guys, we got a problem. I would like to have something talked about, and I don't know how to go about it. Here's how you go about it. Go on diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub. Throw it in Diamond Time. If it doesn't get there this week, then it'll get there next week. We normally have 3 or 4 submissions.
And again, like I understand that you might think that there's like 1,000 votes. You're like, oh, I don't know if they'll pick mine, but it's important. It's got to happen this week. Call your mom, call your girlfriend, call your girlfriend's brother, get them all to vote, and you're almost certain to be in the top 3. That's all you have to do.
Man, you ain't got to be Robin to call your girlfriend. Tell her to vote up your Diamond Time submission. Let's start here with Lisa J. Notes to Brian the Gerbs. This one is to be read on air in a happy voice. Lisa J writes, Black and Woman Alert. Now that I've gotten your attention, I'm the founder of a website, No Pink Spandex. It's all about Power Rangers news, reviews, and interviews with the cast and crew of the hit TV show. And yes, Power Rangers is still on the air. Yes, we're getting a movie run by the folks behind the Hunger Games. And yes, even us fans have a little hope for this movie. Anywho, NBS is celebrating 10 years, and we just released our 200th podcast episode titled A Cavalcade of Stars. Wink. All I ask is that all that DC till I DIE crew help us spread the words. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams at /NoPinkSpandex, and our nucleus is at nopinkspandex.com or bit.ly/NPSY YOLO swag.
I think
that's
this is
rad, man.
This is my favorite thing about our crazy nutty fan base is that it's been 7-8 years and we're still discovering giant niches that we never knew existed of rad content creators of all stripes out there. This makes me so incredibly happy. Congratulations on 10 years. You guys have been around longer than we have, man. That's huge.
That is amazing. And listen, nobody here will poop on any kind of niche fandom. It is certainly a super, super rad. And I know there's some great communities that come out of it. Flask Guy writes, hello, Diamond Club. I'm discounting the Diamond Club flasks.
All right. Hello, it's me, Guy Sockington. Attorney for
wow, you sound very similar to Ira Sockman.
We celebrate Christmas in my household. It's totally different.
Wow, you sound just like somebody who smoked and not very ethnically ambiguous.
No, but here's the thing: as his attorney, this was not like looked over by me. Talent has a funny way of letting their mouth run off, and they don't represent their own product in the best light. What he meant to say was. Hello, Diamond Club. I make the best flasks in the world, and they happen to have the words Diamond Club on them. You love them. I love them. We all love them. They're selling like hotcakes, and you're dumb if you don't have one. But due to circumstances beyond my control, I feel like I should drop the price so that I can loosen up, liquidate a little bit of this inventory.
That sounds great. How about you go to tinyurl.com/DC8flask and tinyurl.com/DC number 12 flask. And get in touch with them on the contact button on the link page. International shipping does apply because the post office ain't a goddamn charity. But take a look at this, man. This is the craft that this man operates at. I've had one on the set forever. This is a Diamond Club flask. It is amazing. And like really the only reason why I don't use it more is because it looks so goddamn awesome. And I want to keep it here on the set. But I can vouch for the quality on this. It looks so awesome.
All of these flasks are handmade, and again, he's a artisanal craftsman. It's amazing. All of these were touched by a human who loves you and loves your community. They are a status symbol among our crew. Do yourself a favor, get these into your life. It's amazing to me. To be honest, like I actually wrote him back saying, like, don't discount the price. Just tell us to, to tell them to buy it. But he wants to discount the price, and that's fine. So I say take advantage of it and let's clear out his stock, man.
Also, I mean, and Guy Sockington is right. Just don't make the first sentence I'm discounting the flask. Just say, hey, rad flasks, right, everybody? Well, guess what? I love you, and they're cheaper now because of my love for you.
Thank you. And thanks to Guy Sockington for calling in.
Oh, thank you, Guy. You're a real pal.
Many writes, Paragon is a business plan for opening a new gaming cafe in Toronto, Canada. It's been a dream, a pet project, and now forward-moving engine for two friends, roommates, soulmates of mine. Their project is an uphill battle considering it's their first rodeo in opening a business and are competing against many other established board game cafes in Toronto. Which, by the way, Bonnie, we're moving to Toronto. They have set up a Kickstarter to raise $5,000 in 30 days to pay for professional help with their business plan. They've worked their asses off and sacrificed so much to be where they are now in their development. It would mean the world to me to have a shout out to them and support for Diamond Club. Their Kickstarter hosts parallel tiers for non-local backers. Just head on over to tinyurl.com/Paragon YOLO swag bunchums. Man, talk about pandering to the masses, dude. Come on.
Dude. Dude, I mean, number one, I am a fan of any place that could theoretically at some point feature people playing the Contender. So go ahead. Canadians, they're just like us, only nicer. Support them, tinyurl.com, Paragon, YOLO swag, bunchums.
Yeah, let's check out the Movie Draft Minute.
Welcome to Movie Draft Minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of January 11th, 2016. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. 2 new movies remain and 5 more weeks to go until this draft is complete. And holy crap, is it hot at the top. Let's go find out the scoreboard and see how everyone's doing. Josh Rommel's in 6th place at $254.3 million. Brian Davis in 5th place at $275.1 million. Chris Gates is in 4th place with $307.6 million. Milongo AE is in 3rd place with $405.5 million. Brian Brushwood's in 2nd place with $611.8 million. And still in 1st place with $672.4 million. It's Tom Merritt. And that is your Movie Minute for the week of January 11th, 2016.
Dude,
we can get to the important race for the championship in a second, but let me just say I'm very excited because as long as Ride Along 2, my final movie, plays to expectations, I will not finish in last place, and I have a chance of finishing in 4th. Very thrilling for me personally.
By the way, that was a giant part of my strategy with Star Wars The Force Awakens was I was thinking like, at least I know for sure I won't be last place, and at least I know that nobody will call me a sucker and a chump. Like I played not to lose this year, and it is not a shoo-in that I'm going to win today.
So when do we end?
I want to say February 12th is what I believe. I'm not sure about that date.
Wait, no, that can't be true, right? It's got to be a month after our last movie.
Right. Have we had our last movie?
Which is, the 15th. It's this Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
a month from this, you have everything else that it's going to make this week, and then you have a month.
Yeah. Well, Monday The Force Awakens made $3 million. So Mondays are traditionally not big days, but if it's 28 days times $3 million, give or take.
And remember, next Monday is MLK Day.
And as we know, it's historically a huge day for African Americans to go see Star Wars movies to celebrate Martin Luther King's...
To celebrate that time that Martin Luther
legacy.
King said that all stormtroopers should be judged by the content of their characters.
That's right.
And not the whiteness of their armor.
Exactly. Also, it was Martin Luther King who says, I hope someday there's a movie where the good guys wear black and bad guys wear white, except for the one really bad guy who wears black. But it turns out that he's a good guy in disguise, so I guess really that undercuts my whole good guy, black, white paradigm.
He then also said, hey, do y'all want to go see Star Wars? Turns out I'm alive. I'm Martin Luther King. Psych.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad we pretty much solved racism. That was good. It's good. That was a big moment. We all came together.
Not that Martin Luther King.
No.
Another one. I don't know why you would have thought I was alive or dead. I'm just hanging out. Patreon.
turns out I'm actually Martin Luther from back in the 1600s.
Yeah, I have a 99 thesis that says why you should go see Star Wars.
Also, I proclaim myself king, which is why you heard me call myself Martin Luther, King. I was announcing my coronation and rise to power.
Also, turns out I'm not Martin Luther. I'm Martin. The Fox sitcom, and boy, is Shanae up to her old tricks again.
I'm portrayed by Martin Lawrence on the Fox network. I'm Martin. Actually, we're a trio: Martin Luther and King, and Junior. Yeah. We're a trio with more members.
Martin from the Fox show. What's Gina up to?
Luther Vandross. It's Martin from the Fox show. Luther Vandross. King Crimson, the entire band.
Yeah. Well, they're roaring to go.
And Junior, which is it's actually Walt Jr. from Breaking Bad. They all get together and they do sketch comedy in which
they do improv comedy. We're looking for a word.
I heard dentist.
Groceries. And then boom, they just go, and it's just a great time for everyone.
Star Wars.
Go
see it again.
Star Wars is out this week in theaters. And boy, our audience is excited. For a report, we go live to Brian Brushwood. Brian.
Hello, I'm standing outside of Star Wars. I'm told that Star Wars is inside performing live on stage. Their epic rock opera continues to smash the masses of asses. They abort. I'm calling it.
Great report, Brian. Now to the weather. For all the weather, we go to Bonnie. Bonnie?
For the weather? The weather
is... Bonnie. We go now live to the sports desk, where Bryce Neshcom Castillo's got all the updates. Bryce?
They won.
It was
close.
I'm excited. My kid won't stop talking about it. Now back to our Star Wars story. Live in the field again is Brian Brushwood.
OMG, it's raining Jedi here at the Star Wars live performance. Star Wars are warsing it up. We've got their shoot-em-ups and the aliens, and everybody's pooping their pants.
That's great. And that about wraps us up for tonight's news program. To take us out, we have a video of somebody skanking.
What does that mean, to take us out? To take us out, what does that even mean?
It means to...
This fucking thing sucks. This sucks. We'll do it live. Just play it.
Here we go. It's sweeping the nation. It's British Guy Skanks.
So long, people. Die in a fire. We love you.
See you next Tuesday.
Dude, give that man the full screen. I'll take the takedown. Mail at nightattack.tv and Night Attack Show on Twitter. We love you guys.
Night Attack Show. Buy the Contender.
Undercover, and record yourself buying the Contender in a John Stossel voice.
Unless it's illegal, then don't do it.
But if you do it illegally, certainly don't broadcast it in your podcast. That was a bad idea.
Also, we really do respect the legacy of Dr. King.
Yeah, but also Martin Lawrence, King Crimson, Luther Vandross.
We love you guys.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.